This would be day 1, stream number, I think, let me check it, I don't remember. Stream number 189 of my 365 days streaming challenge, and we are continuing with the Your Thumbnail series, probably the Affinity series, although I am not sure the things that I will be doing. I just jumped on the opportunity that I will be able to do a stream in the morning, early morning, and I'm simply doing it. And this was the last stream that we did, the thumbnail series, so I'm continuing with that only. And the reason is simple, that I do need a lot more thumbnails in different categories at the moment. I haven't created all of them, and also I do have some work in my mind that I need to do, but the thing is, I haven't decided the things that we will be doing. And the brand that I was talking about that has left my payment in ambiguity, I haven't received the payment yet, and they contacted me last night, and the answer was like half-baked, and it was clear that they didn't read the email actually, and I need to prepare one of the email for them as well, with some pointers to kind of give them a summary of what happened throughout the situation. I almost thought that I got scammed or something, but I kind of knew that maybe that's not the real issue over here. I think they are sort of staff at the moment, probably. And the reason that I think of this is because I have received payment before from them, and even before, when I had received the payment, it was delayed by like 2 days, but this time it's been already 8 days and I haven't heard from them yet, apart from the last reply. But it was half-baked, and it was clear that they did not read the email actually. So yeah, that's the situation at the moment. I do want to write them a separate email. I didn't get the time to write it immediately, so probably we'll do that too in the stream, I think. And the one other thing that I want to do is, we were talking about in the last stream, I'm looking at the centered position. Okay, this is the centered position. I just want to remember the seat for the vertical stream on YouTube. Basically, it is happening as well because I've enabled it. I'm enabling it for like past few streams now. Yeah, so that's one of the plan. And if you have watched the last stream, then you know that I also talked about the thumbnail of this particular stream series, where I haven't done much. It's just text in the black background. I am thinking about doing something over here, a little bit, not too much. I think it's already great. We just need to fix it a little bit. I mean, make it stand out a little bit. That's the thing that we will be doing to start this series. Not series, this stream, this particular stream. Let's go, and I'll share the screen with you guys, and then we'll continue with that. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to follow if you're watching this on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. It's 6 a.m. and I'm already getting warmer. We'll go with our FSD resolution template, simply because I have a very large screen and 720p doesn't look good over here to work with. It's a 27-inch monitor, but it's still 720p resolution images don't look good while working on this canvas, basically. No. What was the plan? Okay. So the plan was to improve the current thumbnail that we have for this particular series. And we'll do that with simply the selection tool, flood fill tool. Yeah. We'll create a background. I don't I'm still not sure why this happens. I tried multiple times, if you remember. For some reason, the first time I apply the black color, it doesn't work with the flood fill tool. I'm not sure what happens. Blend mode in normal 100%, so it should work by default. For some reason it doesn't though. Let's create another layer and see what happens. It is the black color. Do I have to select it again before I do that? Maybe. Let's try that again and see what happens. Okay, maybe I have to select the color even though it is selected by default already. Maybe that was the reason. Okay, so we were using this black background, complete black. We could try a gradient instead. Let's do a separate layer over this. In black. We'll see the difference it makes. I'll disable this one for now. The reason I don't want to use gradient is because let's choose the gradient tool and let's see at least. Maybe I am wrong. I could be wrong. Select the tool and we'll go and I think something like this would be good. Straight up. Let's say this is the extent. We'll go up. We'll choose linear. Well, let's reverse this. And this one would be complete black. The other one will be slightly gray stone. I still want it to be kind of black, but slightly different color. Like maybe navy blue type of color. This is navy blue, as you can see. So it's not just pure black. Let's see the difference. This is pure black. There's a slight gradient over it. I see a little bit of color bending. I don't like that. We could use something like this, but I think let's start with our default option that we had and simply use the text tool. Do you remember the font that we used? I think this was the font. Let's bring it in the center and then I'll work through this. We'll work with the line height later on. First, let's establish everything that we will be doing. And also, I stopped because I want to check different fonts, how they will look. I know that we use this font, but I now have a lot of fonts. Just quick look at other options. This looks good too. The only problem is it's slightly cartoonish. I think we'll go with the same option, I guess. This looks good too. It's a racing type of font. I talked about this one in the last stream. This looks good. I have to save this font. I liked it. Not for this, but could be useful in a lot of scenarios. Mahali guy. I think it's so. I just remembered that I haven't enabled the chats. I'm sorry if I missed anything. I'll do that immediately after this. This also looks good for this situation. We could also run A/B test with multiple variants of the fonts. The difference being that the PiBox font looked very professional. That's the difference. Otherwise, we have a lot of good looking fonts. Those are signature fonts. The script ones. This, for example. Okay, I think we will stick with that one only. There are like some options that I would maybe be happy to test with, but at the moment I think I'm okay with the font that we had chosen before. Okay, let's go with PiBox, I guess. Which we had been Thinking about. I'll just go to the character option, reduce the line height for this. This is the one, right? Yeah. 228 is too much. $100 is good enough. There used to be some tool over here, I mean buttons, that we could simply click to align the anything that we had selected in the center. I don't see it anymore. I need to look at the settings. I know that we could do this way as well, but that button was a better interface, UI, UX design. That button used to appear somewhere here in the older version of Affinity. I think this is big enough in terms of font size. Let's just have a preview of how this will look in a different background. It's fine. We'll also go with yellow font to highlight it even more, but I think I want to test it with this font only at the moment. I don't know why this looks like cutting out the font. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is looking like it's getting cut off in some places. Let's make it 3D. Just looking at the options. One of the plans that I had was to introduce some glow. I will stick with white. I'll just work with the spread. Okay, 3D isn't looking good over here. Disabling 3D made it look worse at the moment. I'll go with lesser intensity. Even 0% looks good enough. Let's go with 20. I think that's a lot, but 15 looks fine. Going to look at like multiple options before deciding. I'm opening this on my tablet as well to get a better preview. Here, thumbnail बनाओगे. Someone commented, but I didn't see. Like I told you guys, I forgot to enable the chat. Let me do it for a moment. Now I should be notified of the chats. I'll quickly reply that person directly, and then yes, I will make your thumbnail. Yes, बनाऊंगा. Submit your request. through the link in description. I don't know why this is happening, but maybe it should be fixed by itself. Or maybe this font is struggling and this effect. There must be some shortcut as well for alignment. I need to look it up. For example, in OBS, I think it's Control D. Okay. With slight use of glow, it looks better than the previous option for sure. Now let's test it with the background idea that we were thinking. Now I think this looks better. Although maybe yeah. How do I ensure that it is 90 degrees? It's not at the moment. I'm trying to give the image a look of like floating something. Yeah, I think it looks better than completely dark background. This also gives us some idea to play with. I'm looking at my arrow collection if I have pre-built one, good one that we can use. Otherwise, we could create one. I'll just it's an experiment. Graphics and images, PNGs, arrows. I think a yellow arrow would look good here, but I don't have a yellow one at the moment made up already. So let's test it with this first, and if I like it, then we'll try to create one. This is just a test to see if this will make any difference. doing something like this. Okay, I think it will. I'm even thinking about a box inside this box. And then the text, this would point toward that box and say your thumbnail. White, grad, bottom. I do have more arrows that I could try, but I do feel like maybe this is the best one. Although this also is very promising. This looks too professional. We don't want that over here. Another option. I think the basic thin arrow would be better option over here, like we have already seen. But I'm thinking about making this yellow, if possible. I don't know why this option is there. When I'm unable to change the color. Nothing happened over here. I don't know why that option was there. Change the color. Even though it's PNG, I would understand it happening for an SVG image. So yeah, I do think a plain simple arrow would look better over here instead of the fancy ones. But I'm also thinking I can change the color, by the way. I think I just need to use a different option. The recolor. But the yellow thumbnail would look something like this, which is also very okay. It seems to be working differently than what I imagined in my head. Selective color. Okay, I'm not sure. I have done it before, I just don't remember the moment. We could create an arrow ourselves as well, obviously. But let's test that other theory that we had, that a square box inside this box would look better. Sorry about this. Now for this one, let's go with a gradient. Where's the angle for the gradient? Can't change the angle. With this. At the moment it's just an experiment to see if this will make it look better. This should be smaller, I think. But since we are using a big text, I mean, let's go with it and not resist. We are just experimenting, by the way. If you're looking at this right now, you may think what an ugly thing that we have created, and I would agree with you, but I'm just testing theories. How do I reset this? Let's go with PiBox. So if we decide to make our sorry, lost of words at the moment. If we decide to make our inside text a little bit smaller, we could play with this idea too. Let's go with this option for now, just to test the theory. So what I'm talking about is, let's make it 16 by 9 first, just to see if that would make it slightly better in terms of the looks. We'll keep it towards the left a little bit. Sorry for that. Let's maintain the aspect ratio first, and I don't think that's important, but we are testing at the moment. This is what I was thinking. Something like this, obviously not exactly like this. And since this is a box now, could try some effects. Good, 12. Pixel at 0% intensity. Actually, I want the radius to be bigger in this one. Play with the transparency a little bit. Okay, I want the 100% transparency at 0 intensity. The fact that I don't like in this one is the fact that in the corners it's not the same amount of effect. The sides are spreading much more compared to the middle, which I don't like. The only problem with this idea is that it's making the thumbnail smaller. The text, main text that we have. Let's add I should have used rounded box over here. But to give the look of a thumbnail, I decided to go with your rectangle. Just to decorate it a little bit, to see how this looks. What if I don't wanna collaborate? Okay, got it. I just want the outline and to be it. Just an experiment again. Why isn't it visible? Okay, points 2. Let's go 5. Since it's smaller in terms of image, it would benefit from a little bit of aggressive nature in the rounded corner. I just want to give it a feel like the YouTube interface kind of. We're just experimenting, by the way. I don't think I will use it. I think we will revert back to the original idea. Just the text with a glow up and maybe the gradient beneath. White glow gradient beneath. But I just wanted to think maybe this is a what if situation that I wanted to test. I think we have created something unintentionally that I kind of like. So we are still keeping the contrasty nature, and I believe the text would still be visible. We need to test that thing. I want it to be visible even in the smaller window. I think it will. Now the glow is too much for the text. Percent maybe. 17. On bigger screen it looks normal. I'm thinking about smaller screens. Yeah. So while this works, I also have this idea that this could be like bright yellow, something like this. And our text could be black. It's very aggressive, obviously. Outer glow will also need to be black in this situation. And with black, it does not look that aggressive. The outline. Sorry, the glow. I think I like this. Only we need to fix this arrow now. We need to create an arrow with black color or outline. Should we try an effect over here? Simply this black. Needs to be a little bit smoother. Remember, I tried creating a black or a something different color using the color tool, and we could have done this. That made me laugh. Just for demo purposes. So with the yellow background, it stands out like we expected it to. Only problem is the arrow becomes kind of invisible then. Just testing different options. We need a thick boy there, I think. It would be fine. We use a thick boy down there. Because even with a little bit of shadow, it already looks slightly more visible. So even if we want to stick with the white text, white color for the arrow that we will be creating, I think it will work. And since now the color black is not that much aggressive in terms of shadow, it could go a little bit higher. Make it pop. Okay. I want to reduce this transparency a little bit. Let's work on the arrow. Let's create an arrow. We need to create a thick boy so that it would look good enough even after we zoom out. We are creating a white one with an outline that would be black, I think. Maybe. Should we use pen tool instead? Line mode. I remember creating an arrow using pen tool, but not in this version of the software. This is something new. Okay, I don't know how to create with the pen tool at the moment. I have done it before, but not with this one. There. Let's first work on the arrow, then we'll convert it to save like we did before. Although I do think like that's a difficult path that we have taken. We are creating a thick boy after all. You can directly do this over here. You want the arrow to be something like this. This is better. Length. Ah, we do have some controls that are actually useful. Inset -20. We'll do that at the last moment. Okay, let's go with this. Let's move it down here. Let's disable this one for the moment being. I'll also copy the effect to see how it looks. Then select the node tool. Bring it up. Although I have no idea what I'm doing. There might be a better way to do this, but I have no idea at the moment. Make it almost like this. This needs to go down now. Point. Let's work on it while zoomed in. So otherwise, I don't know what I'll create. The danger of converting the element to shape is the fact that I do not know how to manage the curves. Let's have a look at it. Really, it's not good enough, but I'm just learning. पता नहीं पेन भी रहा है तो कहीं तक गिरल भी $33. What is 33? Thanks for the comments, but why are you doing this? यार मेरे को एरो बनाना सीखना पड़ेगा कर्व्स के साथ. Thanks Rudra Gamer for all the comments, although I am not sure what to do with it. Rudra Gamer, thank you. Shout out to Rudra Gamer. Just leaving a lot of comments down there. By the way, आपको अपना thumbnail बनवाना हो तो बताना. नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक है फॉर्म भरने के लिए डिटेल्स के साथ. फ्री का है, कोई चार्जेस नहीं है. Okay, now let's work while being zoomed out because clearly this is not working out well. भाई यूट्यूब फ्लैग कर देगा आपको स्पैम कमेंट के लिए। एक पॉइंट हम यहाँ डाल सकते हैं, आई थिंक 2 पॉइंट एक्चुअली। उल्टा मैंने खराब कर दिया लग रहा है। सीखना पड़ेगा यार ये करना, थोड़ा इजी तरीका। मतलब कर तो ले रहा हूँ पर कुछ ज़्यादा ही मेहनत नहीं कर रहे हम। आई थिंक हम ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा मेहनत कर रहे हैं इस पर। बना बना के सेव करके रखना पड़ेगा डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एरो। ऐसा भी नहीं है कि परफेक्ट बना दिए, ठीक ठाक ही है बस। हो गया हमारा। 3 पॉइंट्स ट्राई करना है मुझे। ओके लुकिंग गुड। एक बार ये वाला थोड़ा सा शॉर्ट करेंगे, ज़्यादा लंबा लग रहा है। ओके आई थिंक दैट्स गुड। Let's make the text a little bit bigger. The center one. ठीक है, आपको भी थोड़ा सा मूव करते हैं टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर। आई थिंक वो जेनरिक थंबनेल भी काम करती है, बट हम ये भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं अब। और छोटे में भी दिख रही है, बड़े में तो ऑब्वियसली दिखेगी। तो बहुत सिंपल सा चीज़ है, बट कर करके सीखना पड़ेगा। और अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि मैंने इन पे क्यों ग्लो नहीं दिया है, तो सिंपल रीज़न है कि मैं नहीं चाहता वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा हाईलाइट हो। हालांकि हम थोड़ा कह सकते हैं सिमिलैरिटीज़ फील कराने के लिए हल्का सा ऐड कर सकते हैं, से 3 पिक्सल। ज़्यादा ऐड नहीं करेंगे, इंटेंसिटी 0% रखते हैं। ओके एक्चुअली दिख ही नहीं रही, और सॉरी नीचे वाले में काम कर रहा है, मैं ऊपर देख रहा था। हम बस सिमिलैरिटी मेंटेन करने के लिए थोड़ा सा ऐड कर रहे हैं, वरना मैं नहीं चाहता कि ये हाईलाइट हो। तो अब हमने इनमें भी ग्लो डाल दिया है। बाय द वे हमारे एरो में कोई ग्लो नहीं है, ट्राई करेगा कुछ। शैडो डाल रखी है हमने इसलिए डाला नहीं ग्लो। ओके, आई डोंट थिंक उसमें ग्लो होना चाहिए। अगर हम पूरा का पूरा ब्लैक कलर से ही बनाते एरो को तो यूज़ करता ग्लो, या सिर्फ वाइट। पर क्योंकि हमने वाइट आउटलाइन भी यूज़ किया है तो फिर सेंस नहीं बनता। I think this is good. I just need to do one more thing. मैं कलर कंफर्म करता हूँ कि वो कलर है जो मैं नॉर्मली यूज़ करता हूँ। पैलेट बना के रखूँगा बोला था, भूल गया फिर से। और ये वाला पैलेट थोड़ा सा, ये पूरा येलो नहीं है, लाइम ग्रीन टाइप का कलर है, लाइम येलो बोल सकते हो। दे रहा थोड़ा ज़्यादा उभर के आता है ये वाला येलो। पहले हमने बस बॉल पार्क किया था चुन के, ये एक्चुअल कलर जो मैं यूज़ करता हूँ नॉर्मली। ये गोल्डन येलो नहीं है, गोल्डन येलो भी वैसे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। इतने देर में हमने बस ये किया है, पर हाँ नया नया सीखने को मिला। गोल तो वही था। इसको थोड़ा स्लो मोशन करना पड़ेगा मुझे इसको एडिट करने के लिए। मैं बहुत फास्ट मोशन यूज़ करता हूँ माउस में, हाई सेंसिटिविटी। थोड़ा सा यूनिफॉर्म लुक तो नहीं यूज़ कर रहा हूँ, थोड़ा सा वो लग रहा है अनइवन। ये एक्चुअली यहाँ पर आना चाहिए पॉइंटर, लगभग यहाँ पे। यस, ऐसा कम होना चाहिए आई थिंक। रिमोट में देखते हैं। सेंटर में नहीं लग रहा ना। प्रॉपर एरो बनाना सीखना पड़ेगा मुझे। ये पता नहीं क्यों क्रिएट हो गया। मैं ट्राई कर रहा था. आई थिंक टेल नीचे ही ठीक थी. अगर टेल पीछे हो तो कैसा लगेगा? अब मास्क करके ब्रश कर दे तो. Again, just an experiment. Let's paint with black. अच्छा लो. फिर भी काम नहीं किया. पता नहीं कलर सेलेक्टेड रहती है फिर भी सिलेक्ट करना पड़ता है. इस इफेक्ट की बात कर रहा था. पता नहीं अगर हम कोई बहुत बड़ा एरो यूज करते तो अच्छा लगता, बट इस केस में ठीक है. जितना बैक हो सकता है जा रहा हूँ. मैं टेल नीचे ही रखूंगा. तक जैसा था वैसे रखते हैं. बहुत टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ मैं छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे, वरना मैं यही करता रह जाऊँगा. बदले हम इस टेक्स्ट पे भी ड्रामेटिक इफेक्ट डाल सकते हैं by creating, would be outline too, but I'm really thinking about outline. मैं सोच रहा हूँ duplicate of the text layer, जो हल्का सा ऑफसेट किया हुआ हो. कलर तो ही रहेगी, ओपेसिटी यहाँ से हम कर नहीं पा रहे आई थिंक चेंज। ये ऊपर वाला लेयर है पर हमने मूव किया हुआ है तो काम तो करना चाहिए। ये भी यहाँ पे ही करना पड़ेगा। Let's go with 32 for now. %, आई थिंक ज़्यादा हो गया। और मैं वो भी सोच रहा हूँ कि what if okay, white does not look good to be honest. ज़्यादा करके भी अच्छा नहीं लगेगा एक्चुअली। I think I'll keep this. Save it. ये सारे टेम्पलेट्स बाय द वे सेल करूँगा मैं, और फ्री में भी बहुत सारे मिलेंगे जितने भी बना रहा हूँ। इसलिए बनाए जा रहा हूँ बहुत सारे। अभी कुछ डिफरेंट निश का बनाना है। ये भी एक जेनरिक सा थंबनेल हो गया। ये तो फिर मैंने खुद ही के लिए बनाया हुआ है। थोड़ी देर के लिए स्विच कर रहा हूँ ताकि मैं चेंज कर सकूँ अभी का थंबनेल। thumbnail, regular thumbnails, beam pro live, your thumbnail, V2, just saved it। ऐसा अभी इतने सारे कमेंट्स है ना, पर एक ही बंदे ने कर रखी है, पूरा स्पैम करके चला गया। Regular thumbnails, BM Pro Live, your thumbnail V2। बस इस वीडियो की थंबनेल चेंज करी। का चैनल देख लेता हूँ एक बार, बहुत कमेंट करी थी बंदे ने। CSX, अच्छा मुझे लगा कोई गेमिंग वगैरह चैनल होगी नाम की वजह से। फिलहाल ब्लैंक है, 2 वीडियोस है बट not related to gaming. Okay, what do we do now? I do need different thumbnails. The thing is, I haven't decided for what niche we will be working next. For those who don't remember, we've been working on this website that I've created. I was doing live stream for this as well, by the way, and I will continue to do so. But before we make the next page or make the next edit on this website, we'll need thumbnails in multiple niches because we will be placing them there in one of the pages. I think this is the page, by the way, link in description. So this is the page where I'm adding the thumbnails. So I do have some thumbnails, as you can see already, and I have created some more, but I want to create different thumbnails for different niches over here or categories, and we'll then add buttons to click on the buttons to reveal the thumbnails for that particular niche only. 3 of them, and there will be 3 of them on the mobile devices if that is possible to do so. I haven't checked it out. I think it will be possible. And was I unable to disable this, or I have intentionally left it? Okay, I think I have intentionally left it the way it is. So yeah, that was the plan. Someone will click on the button to reveal the thumbnail of that particular category, and it will reveal the thumbnails for that particular category. The first one will be open already, and it will be the featured section. So that's the plan. I already have 3 thumbnails here of the gaming niche. Do need to create more for automotive. I have only 1. I do have a lot of variations, but only for this one. I do have general category thumbnails, a lot of them, general or tutorial type of thumbnails. I need other niches. Let me switch and search popular niches. Most popular YouTube niches. For that, we haven't worked on a faceless channel thumbnail as well, I think, but that's easy, to be honest. Thankfully, I didn't show you guys the page directly. It captured my email automatically. So a lot of pages now use Google Auto Sign In. So immediately as you visit the page, it kind of displays your email on top. We haven't created anything for sports as well. I do have a gaming thumbnail of football, but not really for sports. But I don't think many people will create sports thumbnails. YouTube.com. To check for the sports thumbnails. I mean, it's a mess. I can easily outdo all this thumbnails. Maybe this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. All these are like extremely cluttered. I'm just trying to find. Wow. ICC. This creating this basic thumbnail. Okay, we can easily outdo most of the. By the way, old thumbnail, new thumbnail. I think new thumbnail is definitely better. It's not like I couldn't create that before. I chose not to. And I don't know any other YouTube channel about sports category, so this is also a good one, to be honest. Irfan Pathan channel. This looks good too. Let's look at this channel. I'm thinking if I need to learn something different for sports thumbnail category, basically. It's somewhat similar. I do have to create a lot of cutouts based on the thumbnails that I'm seeing over here. Otherwise, I don't have anything new to learn in sports category. In this one, this looks slightly different, but it's simply creating a 3D look with the lines over there. So not so different. But I haven't created anything like that, so maybe this is a good thing that So there's a background. This is a cutout, and since the line is bisecting them in between, that's why it's creating that 3D look. I think it will be easy to create, but obviously I'm not too sure about it. Okay. In my opinion, all the thumbnails are too busy, but if it's working, then it's working. This looked very good to me compared to others. That is, he definitely needs to work on this probably. Okay, so he's using the same format for all the thumbnails, which may not be a good thing, but it's working for him obviously, so no point in complaining. The titles are too long, otherwise I think it's doing great. I like the fact that the title text on the thumbnail and the title are very different. It's one of the mistakes that a lot of people make. Same thumbnail and same title on the thumbnail and the title. %17% drop in views in the last 7 days. Not sure why. So yeah, this is like repeating the same format over and over. Again, we'll need to create cutouts. You can easily create this button type of layout if you want. So nothing special there. Let me look at the other niches. Gaming, we have already done that. Music. Music. Music category is very different, I think. Just looking at the these are the thumbnails that I'm looking at. I know, मतलब क्या क्या आ जाता है ना, इसलिए ब्लर किया था. I don't think there's anything special on this one. I just It's just about finding the good frame and then highlighting that frame. Maybe do a little bit of color grading and stuff. There's nothing special in the music category. This looks different. It almost looks like a movie poster. Room Blood video song. Okay, this looks like a poster, but again, a lot of text. They went towards the traditional media route. A lot of songs simply use one of the frame from the video and make them like pop out a little bit with color grading and stuff. And it does not make sense to like add all the text. I don't know why they are still doing it. Same goes for this. Gairawa makes sense. Durandar shouldn't be there. These logos shouldn't be there. And it should be like more kind of close up, in my opinion. The text Gairawa should be bigger and behind them. It's just traditional media, like even for this thing, as you can see. Too many text. Even though no one can read it, I don't know why they added it. It's like stupid design. No one can read it. Why is it there? See? Waste of like space and many other things. So music category is terrible. I did like this one. Okay, this is good. Pehchan music. Let's check this. Coke Studio also makes good thumbnails, I think. Apart from their logo, although it's their identity, so I don't mind it. The logo thing. I should also do a thumbnail review series. I just got the idea now because we are looking at a lot of thumbnails. So yeah, these guys are doing a little bit better, I think, in terms of thumbnail. Although not too great. Slightly better. As you can see, most of the text are readable. Bad font choice. The image should have been a close-up. Same goes for this. Same goes for this. They need to be closer in the thumbnail. The text need to be larger. They are also adding the Pehchan music thing over here, which no one can read again. I know these fonts looks fancy, but it's useless for thumbnails. Unless you can read them, it's not worth it. This one is a good one. Even though it's a stylish font, you can easily read it. So that's the better way to use it. Same goes for this. Okay, I think I overestimated them with one thumbnail. They are also in the same category, but they are definitely better than all the T-series and stuff. Some of the thumbnails are actually good. So the only reason they are getting views is basically because people know the songs or are looking for that particular songs. Again, I could easily outdo this thumbnail. And there's not even a single thumbnail that I think is out of my reach. I can improve all of them. And I'm not only talking about this channel, by the way, for every channel that we looked at in the music category. Let's look up the next category. Travel vlogging. These guys will be very competitive, I think, because they are not like corporate channels. Corporate channels are like doing the worst job. They like rely on ads and stuff to grow their channel basically. Travel. The travel thumbnails are already much better compared to them. Even though I can read Bangla, I don't want to read. Unless it is like extremely important, I don't think I would have added the text. Prothom Porbo. The top right text shouldn't be there. The flag should be bigger. If it needs to be there. Otherwise just remove it. I think I would use the flag a little bit bigger with transparency. মাত্র 15,000 টাকায় কলকাতা থেকে সুইজারল্যান্ড। Changing visa. These are not necessarily travel videos, so I'm not sure why they are being shown to me. Okay, this looks like a travel channel. Let's look at it. I do know some good creators, by the way, in this category. Okay, this can be definitely a lot better. 787, 150 videos. 3 days ago, I moved again. Okay, this is a potential channel, I think. But I think she's already working with someone. But if not, this is a potential client. Okay, I'll save this one. Feel free to reach out to her if you guys want to work with her, obviously. I don't mind. But I do think it's a potential client. Notepad. I'll save it on my notepad for the moment. I can definitely improve this category thumbnail. So this is the searching session going on. I'll create the thumbnails to feature on my website basically. I'll send them for free, all the thumbnails that I'll make, and I'll only ask for the permission to display them over here. I'm going to create some thumbnails for this creator, I think. Tanya Khanijo. I think I know this creator.
Varanasi.
Sorry. Varanasi. I don't want copyright and stuff. Okay, this channel is already doing good with the thumbnail. This can be our template / learning opportunity. This one could be better. And simply because it is a music video, by the looks of it and the title, the font has changed. I don't like that. This is very basic. Two years ago, so 6 days, 2 weeks. Okay. I thought maybe she's not making more videos. This is a mismatch. And I'm saying that because it's saying Unreal Kashmir, but the background looks very basic kind of. So they should have enhanced the image or used something else in the background, or different background, or at least enhanced the image to look like very attractive or something. Title is also too long. Let's look at their latest ones. See, they have learned already. But their old ones are still, say, 2 years ago, and that is the reason. I would say they learned. I mean, they were doing some good thumbnails over this period as well, but I think they started becoming consistent from this one, I believe. Yeah, after the music video, this one. Apart from this one. This one is again basic, but works, as you can see. 1 million views. But that works because of the comparison over here, not because it's a good thumbnail. The price comparison. The older thumbnails need a lot of work to be done. Again, some of the thumbnails are actually good, even the older ones. Again, mismatch. Hungry lions in action, but no hungry lions there. Okay, I think I'll use this one to learn, probably. I don't think she'll need anyone, because I can see that she's working with someone very talented in their latest videos. But I'll just keep it for learning purposes, and maybe we'll share the better version of some thumbnails and see if they will like to use them. Though I don't think they will need me. It's about to be 2 hours of stream. I don't think I need to continue today. Alison Anderson. I hope you guys are looking at the thumbnails. I don't know. Okay, just open the preview. Yeah, I think this works. Although unless you, I think I wouldn't use text in some cases at all. But if you're using them, like for example in this one, I think this one needs a little bit of contrast in image. The text is almost blending. Even the background needs like some sort of color grading and stuff to make it look better. And leaned in because I'm looking at the thumbnails. This is bad thumbnail. So she should have cropped herself, removed her from here and like created something from Photoshop to sit or stand somewhere close to the edge and shown this area instead of the complete image. I think I'll create a thumbnail for this one. Yeah, I think definitely I can create a better one. Saving the link. We already have 3 channels. I think we are done for the travel category as well. I'm just selecting random channels at the moment by searching. But I also want to see some good examples that we can learn from. I haven't found any yet. No. Thankfully it didn't play. I don't want copyrights and stuff. Okay, all travel thumbnails have some sort of similarities. I think that's probably because they work, so we don't need to reinvent or something. We just need to do what works. Let's save 5 channels, I believe. I didn't write the category name on my notepad. Let me do it quickly. It's travel category. We didn't save anything for the sports category. Unfortunately, I forgot about it. Again, this channel is also doing good, I think, but I'll save it anyway. I just need 5 examples, so even when okay, we can definitely improve this one. Yeah, we found one. We can make this so much better, this channel. if they are willing to improve, obviously. Sometimes like people get too attached to their existing designs and stuff. They don't want to listen to any advices. Okay, done with the travel category. We may need to recheck the fitness education. I already have the education niche down. In fitness, I know one creator that creates good thumbnails. My own videos. This is like almost feels like AI, but let's see what it's inside. Yeah, this feels like AI channel. I don't think it is, but it feels like that. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. Or at least this channel has a lot of let me search someone I know. I used to watch a lot of his content, so I know he creates good thumbnails. Yeah, basic but works like a charm, obviously. I do need to find some fitness channel again to make better thumbnails. Okay, clean and simple. But great thumbnails. So this could be our learning sample, but we do need to find some channels that needs the improvement. How to gain weight fast, let's say, instead of just searching fitness. This looks like a doctor channel, so maybe not completely relevant, but obviously need thumbnail work. Okay, the video is getting played. I'd hate that. Can I disable shorts? I hate that like shorts are appearing in the search. I don't want them. It's irritating. Okay. This is 4-year-old video. I don't know if they're working still. And they're already creating good ones. Yeah, they're doing good. Using real images would be better for sure, but they are good enough. These are not. Too much text and very like, squeezed fonts are not good. Difficult to read. Otherwise, it's good. I need to watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch them, and that is the reason I am not getting like very good recommendations and stuff. And I also didn't realize that the sorts are appearing in the search too much. I'm like frustrated even with like doing 4 or 5 searches already. I hate that. I feel for you guys. This is my song, by the way. We had created back in the day. हम चले अब अपनी राह पे रास्तों पे गिरते जा रहे. That's the song. बेवजह रास्तों पे भागते. I still remember it. I am. This was recorded in the. Sorry. Thought I clicked on my video. What happened? I think my OBS is struggling. Sorry, my PC. Because it's getting hot outside. Warm outside. So it's getting difficult for my PC to handle everything, I think. Okay, I'll look for the channels in different niches and find some good ones. We found 5 travel channels that we will be working on. I need food and cooking as well. Education, we have done. Fitness, we do not fitness. Comedy, yep. Animals, yep. Okay, so we do need like maybe 10 categories to work with. For the beginning, I'll take 5 categories, I believe. So let's go with generic or general, which would be also informative. General / informative, 1 category. Educational, 2. Documentary / travel blogging. Documentary should be different, I think. Documentary and then travel blogging. Or they could be combined together. Let's combine, but I will count them. I mean, I won't count them, but let's keep them separate. So 3. Gaming, 4. And tech, 5. So this will be my starting category for the thumbnail design service. And then we will expand later if needed. For now, I think we are done for this session. We'll do it again, obviously, or later in the night or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But definitely more streams to come. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a great time over here. And I hope you guys learned something. And I hope to provide you more of my experiences to learn from. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to follow if you're watching on this on Twitch. I appreciate it a lot. And right now I need to end it. It's been already 2 hours and 1 minute. Although I planned for 1 hour of stream, I've already done enough. I think I'll continue with the work and then I'll come back with another stream later on. Thank you so much. Means a lot. And like I said, make sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to follow if you're watching this on Twitch. I'll see you soon. Hope you have a lovely time ahead. Bye for now.